suction pads on his hands, and he goes, and he grabs onto the wall like that. Goes. Yeah. That's your job, sis. Good job.
Oh, that's an awesome green. Okay, so you got P. What comes next after P?
R-E.
With our creative curriculum, you have 6 weeks where you study different topics, and then they'll change throughout the year. Right now, we're in clothing. So when we're looking at clothing, it can start as simple as the fine motor skills that it takes to zip zippers and button jackets, to clothing you would wear depending on the weather, what types of clothing you would wear depending on an occupation. So there's a lot of really cool opportunities to explore different areas, even though the topic sounds pretty basic.
Learning through play, it sticks more with the kids because they really don't realize that they're learning as much, but as a teacher, we know that they're learning, and it's awesome for them to enjoy their activities that they're doing, as well as having fun.
How do they move in the water? They go like this? They go like that?
So you can either move you either move 2 spaces, so you either get to be on the big B or you move to the little A.
All of the activities that we know your child will need to know by the time they go to kindergarten are embedded in everything that they're going to do throughout their whole day.
This is salt, not sugar. And they're the same color. Put your hands in it. You mix it up.
The main process here with the creative curriculum is you don't want the kid just to kind of sit on the carpet during circle time and kind of just be talked to. You want them to actually really interact and feel what they're learning.
So when the child experiences the curriculum, they still feel like they're coming to play every day. But that play is very intentional. It's planned out by the teachers very carefully throughout their lesson plans, from looking at what their individual goals are for each of the children in their classrooms.
And we're going to build a pond with the blocks, the wooden blocks. A bridge.
Making sunglasses or making books for your mom, and you get to make it. And if a kid cuts out an object and it's like, hey, I like this, oh, that's so awesome, let's give it to mommy. And it's like, they are making their own decisions, they're making their own choices. And then we have a cooking room.
So if they're in a cooking activity, they're not realizing that they're still actually learning math and measurements.
How big do you think a cup of flour is? Very top, green, G-R-E-E-N, green. So start right here. It's the title. Oh, that's an awesome green.
Mixing, talking about textures, and then once they add the food coloring, why things change, what different colors they put in to make new colors.
Oh, look! Is it a liquid anymore? No, it's a solid, right?
Where if you think back to when you were in school, most times if you remember like an activity that a teacher might have taught you that really stuck with you, it's because it was super interesting and cool. You know, it wasn't the day that you were only taking notes straight from the board. That's true for young kids too, that the things that are fun is what's gonna stick with them. And so it's making everything super fun throughout the day.
The lion, it makes a sound like this. Roar! The lion, it makes a sound like this. Roar!
With the infants, we take them on the little cribs, the emergency cribs, on walks all around. So sometimes we'll take the kids down to the other building to go visit that building, walk around. We can take the older ones to the garden area that we have, and they can go see the different fruits and vegetables that are growing in our garden for that season.
4 huge garden boxes over at this school, and then they have 2 at the other. Everything from the beginning of planting the seeds, to watering it and taking care of it, to when we're actually ready to harvest.
Why is the seedling bigger than the seed? What does the seedling have?
A plant.
It's a plant, and it has dirt, and it has a stem. The soil on top is kind of white, isn't it? Why is the soil underneath dark?
And we let our kids pick whatever we're growing out there and bring it in, and we'll cut it and eat a tomato. Or we just got cucumbers and Miss Ivory is making pickles.
The vegetables and fruit that we pick from the garden, it incorporates in our cooking We serve fresh food, so that helps us with the fresh food.
This last year, we had kiddos that were out there eating kale, like straight out of the garden. Their parents were like, there's no way they're eating kale. And I promise you, we have pictures, it happened. They ate the kale and they were excited about it.